With The Little Mermaid, I decided to do something a little bit different. I did not watch the original animation before seeing this remake. And maybe that's the trick to enjoying these Disney remakes a little bit better, is not watching the animations and then you don't see how bland the remakes are in comparison. Who knows, I could watch the animation and then completely turn against this remake. But for now, as a Little Mermaid novice prior to seeing this film, and seeing this film having not seen the animation, I actually kind of enjoyed it. I thought Hailey Bailey was terrific in the film as Ariel. I don't recall seeing her in anything before this film, but I imagine this is going to be her star-making role, her being pretty much a new Disney princess after all. I thought her singing was good, as you'd expect in this kind of film. But honestly, the most impressive part of her in this film is the entire section of the film when she's on land and she's a human and she can't speak because of the whole curse. And she manages to convey all the emotions of Ariel without dialogue. You know, the curiosity of the human world, as well as the romance, the puppy dog eyes when she's with Prince Eric. She did a terrific job in those scenes, so fair play to Hailey Bailey. And the other knockout performance of the film is Melissa McCarthy as Ursula. She was awesome. She completely relishes the evilness of this character. She felt like a proper, old school, classic Disney villain, and I really dug those vibes in the film, although I felt like Ursula herself was a bit underutilised in the film. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of her. But when she is on screen, Melissa McCarthy just completely kills it. I liked the romance between Ariel and Prince Eric. I think they had some pretty good chemistry, which is even more impressive considering one of them spends the entire time not speaking. There's one song in the film I didn't really care for. It's one with Prince Eric, where he's like singing out into the ocean when he's thinking about Ariel and whatnot. Apart from that one, I enjoyed all of the songs. Part of That World, Under the Sea, Poor Unfortunate Souls, and Kiss the Girl, all nice and catchy, some good Disneyness. Problems with the film for me include the pacing, which I took note of when it was about 45 minutes into the film and Ariel had still not even met Ursula yet. Going back to Ursula, on top of her being kind of underutilised in terms of screen time, the climax of the film with the throwdown with Ursula, it felt a little bit rushed to me. It just kind of happens with little fanfare, and I was like, oh, so that's the big fight with the villain, I guess. I thought most of the visual effects looked fine, but there were one or two shots where it clearly looked like the actors were on that stagecraft volume set thing, so some CGI shots like that do stand out a little bit. So yeah, The Little Mermaid, absolutely not without its flaws, but there are still pockets of that Disney magic sprinkled throughout the film. And there's enough good in the film in terms of the main performance of Ariel by Hailey Bailey, the romance, and the songs, and some other bits and bobs in the film that do keep it very much watchable. And given how really bad the recent Disney remakes have been in the last few years, like Mulan, Peter Pan and Wendy, Pinocchio, Lady and the Tramp, Little Mermaid is notably better than those films. And while it's not a perfect film, it's definitely a step in the right direction to making these live-action Disney remakes good again.